When we are dealing with decisions that involves a lot of people or involves a lot of understanding, we collect the data. So when we collect the data, it's always in what form? Yes, raw form. Now, once we have the raw form, that's a start for us to getting organized. So that involves tally and frequency and of course table. This actually helps. Tally and the frequency table itself helps, but sometimes or many times, actually all the time, representing it in a data manner, representing with pictures, representing data in pictures helps a lot more. And that's where our pictography study comes into picture. Pictography are one visual and suggestive way to represent data without writing any numbers. Why do we need it? That's commonsensical, easier to understand, great for comparison, visual appeal, make data feel real, inclusive. So if you guys want a good example, you guys can open up news article, the next day of budget session. Okay, so you can ask your parents to help you guys with this. You will get a really good visual representation of many things. So this is a good idea to have a look at. You guys will get a good feel of what pictography is about, you know. So there are terms that we need to know. First one is 1 unit symbol. This refers to the single picture, icon, or drawing you choose to represent your data. Those are known as symbols, if not 1 unit. Scale or key. This tells you exactly how much that 1 unit or symbol represents in real numbers or actual quantity. This too, the article from post budget day, right? The newspaper articles. So they use this and they make use of good symbols and you get to see scales and all of that in action. So it's a good place to get a real life application. So let me show from my end a pictography. Yes, so it's kind of small. I don't think I can zoom in that easily. So what we are looking at is a pictography, the favorite fruit survey. And here we have the scale. One emoji is equal to 2 words. So basically each of this is an emoji, right? Each of this picture is an emoji and it represents 2 words. We'll understand all of that in time. So let's go back over here. So here we are looking at symbols. Can you look at symbols? Let me actually do this. It's easier. So always a good graph has information on what we are dealing with. What we are working with or what we are looking at. That will be better. What we are looking at. A good scale. And yeah, tabulation is things. That's it. Right? Here, I would want you guys to understand symbols. So these are your symbols. Generally, we use one, but here I have shown many. And the scale is this. Scale talks about how much each of this symbol represent. So each of this symbol represents 2 votes. This can be 20 votes or 200 votes or 2000 votes. That depends on the survey. In this case, it's just 2 votes. Oh, sorry. I can't do that. Yeah. In this case, it's just 2 votes. Right, guys? So this is a small introduction to an aspect of data representation known as pictography. It's basically a visual representation of data. It makes it easier for us to understand, to compare, to visualize. It gives a real life feeling attached to data. It is inclusive, means even you guys understand at the same time, it makes sense and it's useful for your parents as well, right? So people out there, elders who are taking decisions, it'll be useful for them as well. And yes, this terms to know that you guys have to write down. Those terms you need to know.